You don't need to love or even enjoy working out. You just need to love what you get out of it. If you've been stuck in a start stop cycle, it's not because you're lazy, it's because you're using the wrong source of motivation. And if you don't fix this now, you'll keep losing confidence, breaking promises to yourself, and feeling further from the strongest version of yourself, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, maybe even creatively. I want to tell you a little bit about my mother in law. My mother in law is the sweetest woman on the planet. And one day she said something that shook me and my wife to my core. My wife and I both work at Sasquatch. We've both been trainers for over a decade. We live, breathe, and eat fitness. We work with people all the time. We're both nutrition coaches. We've both forgotten more about physical training and nutrition than most people will ever learn in their entire lives. This is what we do. Okay. But what Pat said really shook me. She was talking to Amy, my wife, about how she wanted to attain this and this fitness goal, and she wanted to, lose a little bit of weight, and she wanted to do all these things. And she said, Amy, I just don't love working out the way you and Isaac love working out. I want to pause here for a second. If you knew me and Amy and you were around us when it was time for us to work out, 4 out of 5 times that we go to the gym, we absolutely do not want to go to the gym. We are buried in work. We've got 2 kids. We had 2 dogs for the majority of our lives. We had so much going on that the idea of taking the time to go work out was painful. It took some very concerted effort and practice and routine and adjusting our schedules to be able to constantly make those workouts. There's periods of times where I'm only able to work out twice a week or 3 times a week for maybe an hour, and then I have to get back to work. So the idea that Pat was sitting there somewhere else in the world thinking that Amy and I are just so thrilled to go kill ourselves in the gym for an hour was comical. That's not reality. The majority of the people that you see out there that you think are in love with fitness, they're so fit, they work out all the time, they must absolutely love it. No, they don't. They absolutely don't. They do it because they know they need to do it, and they become obsessed and love what they get out of it. When I go a week without working out, I start feeling like crap. I don't feel as good. I don't perform as well. I don't feel as vibrant or alive. My body feels a little bit more lethargic. I feel a little bit puffier. I don't like the way I feel when I haven't worked out in a couple days. And that's the thing that gets me to the gym, not love for killing myself for that hour. That's definitely not the motivator. So for everybody watching this video that's thinking like, oh, I don't love working out. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I tried it and just like I didn't super enjoy it. My biggest tip is, so what? Find a different thing to enjoy about it. You don't have to be in love with the exercise that you're doing. You do need to be in love with the results that you get. You do need to be in love with the feeling you get when you're done. Maybe you fall in love with your trainer, or you love the community that you're with and you like talking to the people. But the workout, if you're doing it properly, is going to be hard. And until you're way further down the road into this journey, you're probably not going to like the difficulty. Maybe you are. Maybe you're one of those weird people that enjoys a challenge and likes taking, ice plunges and things like that. That's cool. But if you're not, that's cool too. Don't let that be the thing that stops you from jumping into a program. So jump in anyway. Find something else you enjoy out of it, right? I think one of the reasons why I love group fitness so much and why Sasquatch is built around group fitness and not personal training is because that group aspect is something people can cling on to really easily that makes it more enjoyable. You make friends. If you're in the trenches with somebody, you're naturally going to start to connect with them. So if you're suffering through a workout for an hour, 3 or 4 days a week with Susan, Susan's going to be your buddy pretty soon. So now, yeah, you got to do the workout, but also you get to see Susan, which is cool. You guys get to talk a little bit. You guys get to laugh about how difficult that was at the end of the class. It's a big part of gym culture and group training, and it's really effective at getting people to enjoy it. So try and find things like that. That's why I recommend group training facilities. It's why I recommend personal trainers, because then you get to know another human that holds you accountable, that keeps you there. Don't let the fact that you haven't loved working out in the past deter you. That is not a prerequisite for you to be successful. You have to find something else to be your motivation. So, in practical terms, what does this mean? Number one, we got to stop trying to love the workout. Okay. We're going to love the win. You don't need a bunch of passion. You don't need to be obsessed with what you're doing. You just need proof that you can keep these promises to yourself and you can make progress. So, if you find a facility that's got an in-body machine so that you can take scans once a week and show yourself that you're getting something out of it, great. You need to love the progress that you're making and how you feel far more than you love the actual workout. And the way you do that is by starting small. Don't make the effort and the sacrifice so high that no amount of win is going to make it worth it. So for somebody just starting out, maybe that means showing up for the first 15 or 20 minutes of the workout, and that's it. So you come in, do a little bit, and leave so that it's not a ton of effort, but there's tons of reward and you feel good and your endorphins are pumping and you don't push yourself over the edge. Small wins start to build this great momentum that's going to allow you to stick to this long term. Okay. Number two, we got to make your environment work harder than your willpower. Little things make a tremendous amount of difference in ensuring that you're successful. Take your workout clothes, for instance. You're going to get them set up the night before and put them in a place where you can't miss them. That environmental cue, when you wake up and you see your workout clothes ready to go on the chair, it's going to make it that much easier for you to show up to the gym. And then, like we talked about, if you're in a group strength training facility or you're training with a trainer that you absolutely love, you're going to be that much more likely to stick to it. You don't need to love the workout, you don't need to love what they make you do, but maybe you love the person or you love the environment. And that alone is going to keep you going. And the last thing, make motivation irrelevant. Be obsessed with what you're going to get out of it, not how you feel that day. The goal isn't saying, I want to work out. The goal is saying, I don't miss workouts. And again, it doesn't matter if you're there for 15 or 20 minutes. If you make it part of your identity, part of who you are, part of what you do, that 3 times a week, whatever it is, you go to the gym, just that. Again, go to the gym, walk in, drink from the water fountain, and walk out. It doesn't matter. If just the act of going gets embedded into you, your schedule, your identity, it will compound and you will start to see results because you're going to slowly start inching in the right direction. You're going to show up, and then maybe the first day you don't do anything. You show up, you high five the front desk guy, and you walk out. But by week two, you're going to come in and you're going to do the warm up. By week six, maybe you did the whole workout. By week 20, maybe this is just part of your routine and you enjoy it and you love it because of what you get out of it. We joke in the coaches circle that it's type 2 fun. It's fun that's fun when you're done with it. It's not so fun while you're doing it, right? And that's also fun too. Doing something difficult and feeling good and feeling like you did something hard and for yourself is a really great feeling. So that feeling, way more powerful than you just loving the workout itself. So remember, love for the workout, completely overrated. We have so many other things that we can do to keep us motivated and keep us engaged and keep us coming to the gym. I want you guys to stop using that as an excuse to start. I want you to jump in. Know that all the people that you looked up to, myself, the vast majority of the coaches and nutrition coaches at Sasquatch, they do not love working out. Just remember, you're not someone who hates working out. You're just someone that hasn't seen what it feels like to win consistently yet. You got this. I believe in you. If you want to watch any of these other videos and they're helpful, go ahead and click over here, kick some butt, get after it. You'll be glad you did.